Can't wait to finally go to vacation. Yeah, what the heck is that? Ah! Oh no no! But no, I think I found you. Today I'm gonna be talking about Pokemon Sun and Moon, the one of the weirdest Pokemon games ever. It has so much different changes compared to the most Pokemon games. Today I'm gonna talk about the changes and what made Pokemon Sun and Moon very unique from other Pokemon games. I'm Fanda13th and let's get started. One of the biggest changes from Pokemon Sun and Moon definitely has to be the lack of gyms. It's because Pokemon Sun and Moon has no gyms and instead are replaced with trials, in which you have to go through different trials fighting Totem Pokemon, and after doing that you have to then do a grand trial and fight a Kahuna. I generally find this idea pretty unique, and it also evaluates all like the types. This is because you have to only specialize in like eight of the types, and then after that the Elite Four then do like 4 of the types, but the Elite Four likely repeat one of the types. So I think that the trials are very unique and can show all the unique types, and I think Totem Pokemon are pretty good and definitely inspired the next generations to start creating alpha Pokemon. But this is another difference that Sun and Moon has. Unlike most of the other villains, Team Skull are definitely, I think, the reason that caused the other evil teams in later games to be just more like side guys who don't do anything. Is Team Skull are one of the first villains out of all the others to just be guys doing generic evil things, or just some random fuck guys who are not major or do anything drastic in the story. Now we do technically have another evil team, but it's pretty obvious Team Skull's supposed to be like, oh, these are truly like the evil team and stuff. But yeah, they don't really do anything for Team Skull. They just kind of just exist doing, just whatever they do, just game stuff, going like the weird symbols and stuff. Yeah, it definitely inspired and made lots of people hate them, as obviously people wanted like the evil teams to do drastic things, but I think Team Skull are pretty funny and unique, and I generally find the interactions always entertaining. But there's also another thing about Sun and Moon. Zemos being the second gimmick after Mega Evolution, people expected something major, and I think Zemos were major first as they were cool finishers, but compared to Mega Evolution, this made people just really angry. Nobody did like Zemos when it first came out. They just found this thing stupid, And yes, I do admit I think Zimos could have been done better, and it is kind of a bit bland. But come on, like look at the color animation; those things are kind of cool. But yeah, Zimos are definitely one of the major problems of it, as it's just one-shot cool moves, and it's not technically that much of a difference compared to other Pokemon games. As Mega Evolution was technically the first gimmick, and gimmicks weren't really like well known that much of how they were gonna truly be. So I understand why they experimented. But there's one big problem, one major thing I've got to talk about Sun and Moon that made it very different compared to other games. Editing me here. As I was editing, I absolutely forgot also about regional forms. So yeah, regional forms are also very unique. They added, the Pokemon getting new types, winning a new region. It made a major effect. It has never seen in other games. Blah 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 blah. Okay, let me start talking about Ultra Beast. Ultra Beasts have to be one of the most weirdest Pokemon ever. The design are so weird looking. Like they're not like other Pokemon. They absolutely went crazy with the designs. And also Nebby is also a very unique Pokemon, as it's the first legendary to ever evolve. Well, we also do have Type Null also, who also evolved, but do you really count this evolution? Yeah, but yeah, it really made it like very drastic, as these are the first legendaries to evolve. And also we had Ultra Beasts that were just weird Pokemon in design, stats and everything. They were absolutely crazy, and this is definitely that made the games unique. Now lots of people do hate the Ultra Beasts, and I don't blame them, as the designs are very different compared to most Pokemon they have. And especially because Sun and Moon already had like a weird Pokédex of Pokemon, and to already have these weirdos being here, I understand why people hate it. To be honest, I always loved the Ultra Beasts. I loved how drastic the Pokemon company decided to go with the designs. Like, yeah, just have for fun, just make some wacky old aliens. That's how aliens are supposed to be, the wacky and zany. That's why I love the Ultra Beasts. So I think these are definitely the major region that made Sun and Moon very unique. But tell me, what do you think about this? I've been Father Fatif, and I'm out.